Hey, Alan Matthews here. This video is all about now where the rubber meets the road on arpeggio patterns. Video is about incorporating arpeggio patterns, these basic patterns that we've been working on this whole time, into the actual pieces that we're playing, so that whenever we see a piece of music, we can actually use these arpeggio patterns in this way of moving within the hand, within our pieces, so that it's not just an esoteric dry exercise. It is actually what we're doing in our music. And so we're going to talk about how to identify them within music, and then also how to think about combining the arpeggio patterns and how they go together, which is how it happens in the real world. So let's just jump right in. It's a big subject. Let's get cracking. So here we are in the office here, and we're just going to look at a few arpeggio patterns. These are from the Giuliani's 120 arpeggio patterns, and these are just common arpeggios found in different pieces. And so we're just going to start here and just take a look at some of these. So here's, to start off with, in this one we have a PIM. So we just as we do our PIM arpeggio, and then followed by an AIM arpeggio, AMI I meant, arpeggio. And so basically then we would just do that. So we have the PIM, the M alternates with the A, and then we just have, and then whenever the A plays, the M and the I throw, and then we just have PIM, PIM. So that's what this one right here is. We go to the next one. It's basically the same thing, except now we have a PMI going on this one, and then the AMI right there, and then PMI, PMI. These are just the common ones that we've been looking at in our videos. Here we have IMA or AIM that's been just in a different order. So IMA, we take the A, we play the A, both of these throw out, and then when the M plays by itself, the A plays, alternates with the I, and then we just have a loop on that. We just happen to be putting the thumb along in there with it for these. Same thing here, AMI, A plays, M and I plant, and then we just have AMI, AMI, AMI all the way down. And so that's a few common ones. Here's an interesting one right here. Here's an interesting one. First we have IMA, then we have AMI. So now we're doubling the A finger, which is kind of a no-no, but it happens nonetheless, and so I think this is a good one for that. So first we have the IMA, and we happen to have thumbs thrown in here as well with them, but the fingers will still be doing the exact same thing. I plays, M and A throw out, A plays, M and I throw out. Just like that, and those plant. And then here, this is an interesting one. Here we have MIA, which MIA is actually the same thing as, it's basically an AMI from right here. It's AMI. So M and I play, alternate with the A. When the A plays, these two plant right there. Those two plant. And so basically this is just a rearranged AMI on here. Same thing right here. This is an IMA right here. IMA. So moving down, yeah, and then this is a PIM. Again, this is a PIM, and then an AMI, which is just like it was at the top. Let's go to another sheet and take a look at a couple more. So here we have an alternation. So here we have PMI, starts it off, right? PMI, right there. And then we have an alternation with the M. We'll just put a little notch there for an alternation. Something like that. So PMI, and then it alternates with the M, and then the M alternates with a P, and then it just continues in that run. So PMI, alternate with the M. How about this one? What's going on right here? So for this one, we start off with a PIM, right? So here we start off with the PIM, like that. and then we alternate the M and the I, and then we alternate the I and the A, and we alternate the I and the, and so this is basically just a whole string of alternations, right? So we just alternate and alternate and alternate back and forth on those. We have an initial PIM, and then everything's just alternating back and forth. For this one right here, we have a PMI. This is an interesting one. So we start off with a PMI, and when the I plays, then we basically, this overlaps. This overlaps, and now we have an IMA, like that, which then overlaps this AMI right here. And then finally, just does a little alternation with the M at the end. So looking at that again, we have, we'll just look at it right over here because this is all messy. So looking over here, we have a PIM, and when the I plays on this PIM, instead of alternating with anything else, it basically, we throw out these two. We throw out the M and the A, and then once we get to the A, when the A plays, this A right here, when that A plays, then we plant back, we throw out the M and the I, and then at the end we just alternate with the M. So that's a pretty interesting one. And so this, I think, is a good example that they really can overlap, and it just goes from one move to the next. And so we finish one and go right into the next arpeggio shape. So what's going on here? So here we just have an alternation. Just PI alternation, so that alternates back to the P. Then we have a P. What's going on here? PMI to start off with, right? And then an alternation with the A. And then what happens? Alternate from here, P to the A, alternate this. So this is a this ends up being pretty much all alternation right here as well. AIM, there's the P, and then the S alternates with the I. So we have one in there. This one right here is a pretty common one. This number 31 here is pretty common in that this is this is one of our bigger arpeggio patterns, which is the AMIMI. What is it? AMIMA. And that is that whenever we go up, we're throwing these. On the way back down, we throw these. And so this is our IM, AM, or AM, IM. Same thing, arpeggio. And so it's just basically going up and down the strings. So this is that's that shape of arpeggio. I think this is the 8th one, no, the 7th one from the videos. This one right here is AMIM, right? There's our AMIM right there, and we just happen to actually put the A at the end of it as well, and then alternate with the P again. So that's that same one, but coming from the other direction. Couple other ones. So this one right here, number 33, this is pretty much an alternation right here. We're just gonna pretty much alternate these three. I mean, you could throw both of those out at the same time if you wanted to, but there's nothing really special about it. Then we have a PIM right there is our PIM. So PIA, PIM, PIA, PIM going through. For this one, we alternate the P and the I, alternate the I back to the P, alternate the P to the I again, and then we have an IMA pattern right here. Do this one again. There's PI alternation, IP alternation, And then we have PIMA, which is we alternate the P with the I, and then we have an IMA pattern right there. So that's a few different ones. If you'll notice, if you look through your music, then you'll find a whole bunch of these all over the place. And you just constantly look for places where you can put these arpeggio patterns into the music that you're playing. You just go slow and take a look for them. So there you go. I hope that this has opened you up a little bit to identifying arpeggio patterns in the music that you're already playing, also in looking at different ways that you could actually use these in pieces that you are currently working on. If there's ever any mistake, or if there's ever multiple ways that you can do it, of course, try everything. Pick one, go with it, and if it's the worst choice possible, live and learn. Nobody gets hurt. This isn't heart surgery here, brain surgery. Just go with it. Okay, have fun. I hope you have a wonderful time practicing. I hope that your practicing is beautiful and joyful and is the absolute best part of your day. Take care.